Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, a place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Let's get right into it, y'all. Bitcoin spikes above 24,000 as Fed Chair Powell talks of disinflation. Meta CEO Zuckerberg, Facebook CEO, steadfast on metaverse plans despite $13.7 billion setback. And if Ripple wins the SEC case, XRP price could more than double, and here is why. All right, let's look at the market, y'all. Ooh, 1.089 trillion, not Billy. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we are up almost 40 billion from yesterday, which is nice. Keep that market cap going up. Bitcoin dominance at 42.1%, ETH dominance at 18.8%, and gas at a whopping 8 GWEI. I'm sure if you guys have been watching the market, we had a spike last night. Seems that things have cooled off since then. A little bit of a pullback. Still a good amount of cryptos in the green. With certain things breaking even. Cardano at 6, BNB at 7, Ethereum at 5, Bitcoin at 3.23, Ethereum technically almost at 6. Anything big? Matic. Jesus, Matic's been going ham, y'all. This is my biggest kick in my own pants. I was one of the bears hoping that Matic would go lower. And every time I think it's going to get a pullback and I'm going to find an entry, it continues to run. This is my demise right here. I hate looking at Polygon right now. What else we got going on? Dot at 6, 6.5, Solana at 6, Avalanche at 13.7. Yeah, market's looking okay. We definitely got a pullback, and we're going to go into that here. Actually, let's just do it. Let's go right into it. Bitcoin. So, where are we at, guys? We are where we keep ending up at. All right. So, this is what we're at. We keep hitting this 23,789 and 23,876 level that I've had on the charts for a good amount of time, y'all, and every time we hit it, we went into it here, pulled back. We went a little bit above it here, pulled back. We blew the hell past it last night and instantly sold off. Let's erase these so the chart doesn't look so dirty. Give me just a second, y'all. Goodbye. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. We're on the 4 hour right now. We're not on the daily. I've kind of switched over to the 4 hour with these videos right now with the volatility that we've been having, because like I said, it has been telling the better story. But yeah, guys, so last night we definitely got the pump. Now here's what's interesting. We definitely got the pump after the FOMC meeting, which they raised 25 basis points, which we all expected it to we expected the Fed to do. It wasn't anything, they didn't catch by surprise. They're still hawkish. They're still saying to continue with the interest rate rises, which, look, again, I'm in the camp of we need it to tame the inflation, even though it sucks, even though it's painful. But with this pump, oh man, it pumped, it cooled, it pumped, it cooled, and then it broke out. It shot out past this thing last night. And I gotta be honest, let's even go to the 1 hour. I was in the camp that we're gonna hold. I was like, we did it. We're gonna hold it. We're gonna break out. We had an hourly candle close. We had 2 hourly candles close around it, and then we broke right back into it. Now here's the interesting part. If you guys have been watching this channel for quite some time, you have seen that I have had these two levels marked since the beginning. I started this channel, just under 2 months ago. this is where we're at. Now, this could be bullish. This could be the only bullish story that I see with the charts that I've been looking at, is we have potentially now turned this 23,789 level into support. Let's see if we can do the same thing to the 23,876. If we do, it's bullish, y'all. Because if you look at the last time we broke out, shot straight back down and couldn't get back above this 23,789. And the time before that, we just touched it, came right back down. So we are, every time we've done this, we've potentially added more and more strength to this level. So look, if we want this thing to run, fingers crossed, keep your eyes on the charts. It's not like it's anything crazy. I don't want to spend too much time on this chart, but this is the biggest win I'm seeing right now, right? For continued upside potential, this support here, if we can hold this line and maybe get some sideways action, let the market cool down a little bit before we pump again, and stay above this 23,789 line, we're looking good. We're in good shape, and it's healthy. Yeah, I mean, look, this giant straight up line is not healthy. This is not how markets should go. It definitely, I mean, the way to look at it is the faster they go down. So for example, healthy movement, not healthy movement. Even with this run right here, this is even in my mind, because you're with a couple of the red candles in there, things like that, is a lot healthier than this straight up stuff. So I wouldn't be mad to see a few days of consolidation in here above this 23,789 level, and then eventually continue moving up to the upside. But just something to think about, something to keep your eyes on. Let's hold that level, guys. Fingers crossed. Outside of that, let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum did break out of this wedge pattern. So, I mean, we could technically say that it was still in play. I mean, it's textbook, right? Needed to make a decision. It touched, and it took off. And did the exact same thing. We hit that 16.81 level, and we pulled back, but now we're ranging. Let's see what it looks like on the hourly. And we could potentially be setting up a nice little bull flag here, right? On the hourly, you know, and I mean, the smaller time frame, smaller movement, but you know, baby bull flag. Let's see what we do. So something to keep your eye on, right? Again, Ethereum's problem zone is going to be that 16.81. Touched it here, came back down, got close to it here, blew out of it here, and came right back down below it. Kind of like I said, the exact same story that we're looking at with Bitcoin. Let's go back to the 4-hour. So those are the ranges to keep your eyes on, guys. Let's see what it's going to do. I mean, look, worst case scenario, because we're just, look, people are saying the bottom's in. I'm starting to lean towards that direction. If the bottom is in, worst case scenario is that we just range in here for the next, 4 months, 6 months tops. And if that is something we do, the reality, look, ranging is healthy, consolidation is healthy. Don't get bored. Look, if you're looking to play the swings, there's a lot of room to make money in here. But we could potentially just range from this 15.44 to 16.81 for the next 4 to 6 months. Do I think that's gonna happen? Probably not. Bitcoin and Ethereum, they like to do what you least expect them to do. But wouldn't be bad. And definitely plenty of range to make money, right? So again, trade conservatively, guys. Tight stop losses. Not financial advice. Just keep your eye on it. But this is the next range I'm looking at, and TradingView has completely erased some of my old Ethereum charts, so I have to go back in and draw some levels and see what I think it can and can't do, because I have nothing above this. If we get out of the 16.81, I don't know what kind of story I'm looking at, so I gotta go back and do that. Anyways, let's get the news out of the way, guys, and get you on your day. on with your day. All right, Bitcoin spikes above 24,000 as Fed Chair Powell talks of disinflation. While the rate increase was expected by the markets and Jerome Powell indicated more increases will come, the market has reacted positively to the Fed chairman's comments. Of course, we've talked about that on the channel here. The markets aren't necessarily scared of rate increases and rate hikes. They're scared of uncertainty. If they know what's coming down the pipeline, they're okay with it. They know how to trade it, and the market will be very positive for that. So let's move on. The price of Bitcoin broke through $24,000 ceiling, and the total crypto market cap jumped nearly 4% after United States Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell indicated that inflation had begun slowing down in the world's largest economy. We can now say, I think for the first time, that this disinflationary process has started. We see it really in good prices. All right, said Powell during a February 1st Federal Open Market Committee press briefing shortly after announcing an interest rate hike of 25 basis points. The rate hike and Powell's remarks appeared to have gone down well in the crypto markets, which had been trading sideways in the lead up to the speech, but saw market cap increase over 40 billion. In the hours after the announcement. The global crypto market cap is now 1.09 trillion, up 3.88% over the last day, according to the latest figures from CoinMarketCap. Meanwhile, Bitcoin tipped slightly over $24,000 for the first time in 2023. Okay, sorry, I gotta put a little opinion right here. I get so angry every time these articles write things like the first time in 2023. Yeah, it's February 1st, February 2nd. It's been 30 days. Anyway, reaching 24,161.27 cents according to CoinMarketCap. That being said, Powell said they still expect inflation to continue rising in the services sector for some time and to be prepared for ongoing rate rises, which we all know is coming, guys, and I hope it does. It's the only way to really stop this inflation. We see ourselves as having more persistent inflation in that services sector, which will take longer to get down, and we have to complete the job. That's what we're here for. Powell noted that ongoing rate rises would still be appropriate as the Federal Reserve attempts to bring inflation back to its 2% target level. I guess I got Jessica Amir talking about that. Follow her if you'd like. It should be noted that disinflation refers to a slowdown in the rate of increase of general price levels as opposed to deflation, where the general price level of goods and services decreases. All right. Well, there you go, guys. That's why we bumped. Moving on. Facebook CEO Zuckerberg steadfast on metaverse plans despite the $13.7 billion setback. During a Q4 earnings call, Mark Zuckerberg said he saw no reason to deviate from the company's long-term metaverse strategy. Meta founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg says the company has no plans to change its long-term strategy for the metaverse despite operating losses for its Reality Labs business peaking in 2022. Facebook on February 1st released earnings showing that Reality Labs lost $13.7 billion in 2022, the largest ever yearly loss recorded for its metaverse building division. The fourth quarter was particularly costly, with the division losing nearly $4.3 billion, which was also the largest quarterly loss within the department since financials for the business were first published. On February 1st earnings call, Zuckerberg was steadfast in the company's metaverse strategy, answering a question about how the firm's efficiency applies to Reality Labs. He answered, "None of the signals that I've seen so far suggest that we should shift the Reality Labs strategy long term." He added that later in 2023, the company would launch another next-generation consumer headset following the October launch of its Quest Pro virtual reality headset. Okay. Meta's chief financial officer, Susan Lee, similarly doubled down on the Reality Labs business, echoing Zuckerberg's statement from a Q3 earnings call that losses in the business would increase in 2023. We still expect our full-year Reality Labs losses to increase in 2023, and we're going to continue to invest meaningfully in this area given the significant long-term opportunities that we see. Meta's overall revenue for the fourth quarter was $32.1 billion, beating Wall Street expectations. The better than expected revenue figures caused Meta's stock price to jump after the bell, gaining nearly 19.5% in hours after trading at the time of writing, according to Yahoo Finance. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel about Facebook being the quote-unquote meta. Like McDonald's making the quote-unquote best cheeseburger. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. And last but not least for this morning, y'all, some more Ripple news. More XRP news. If Ripple wins versus the SEC, XRP price could more than double, and here is why. Attorney John Deaton scored a massively significant victory for the entire crypto industry, the XRP community, as well as Ripple yesterday. As Bitcoin is reported, Deaton appeared as an amicus in the remedies hearing in the litigation between Library and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The attorney managed to elicit from the SEC live on tape that it does not consider secondary sales of the LBC token as securities. In addition, the New Hampshire District Court judge confirmed that he would clarify in the final remedy that he does not rule on the secondary market. For the LBC token, this meant massively good news, as the previously ruling would have jeopardized the token's existence, independent of Library Company. Accordingly, the price of LBC responded extremely bullish yesterday. After the news became public, the price rose up to 155% at press time. The LBC price stood at a little over 2.5 cents, or a little under 2.5 cents, excuse me, still recording a whopping spike of 120%. Wah effing who, if you are holding LBC, high five to you, take some profits. All right, if Ripple wins, will XRP double in price? The rise in the LBC token price following yesterday's partial victory, the partial victory by Library against the SEC may be a foreshadowing of what will happen to the XRP price in the event of a Ripple win and regulatory clarity. When the lawsuit against Ripple was filed by the SEC in late December of 2020, the XRP price plummeted a staggering 72% in 1 week, from 60 cents down to 17 cents. Should have been buying then. Since the lawsuit, XRP has also shown significant relative weakness against other cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. While Bitcoin is down 66.7% and Ethereum is down 67.7% from its all-time high, XRP is down 88.1%. This suggests that potential XRP investors have been reluctant to invest due to the high risk associated with the SEC case. Call me a degenerate. I'm investing because of the case. A Ripple victory, on the other hand, could trigger a euphoria that will attract new investors and make existing investors increase their XRP holdings. As XRP community lawyer Bill Morgan said, the LBC rally shows what is possible in the event of a Ripple victory. And that's him talking. Dude, that's crazy. Look at that can. Ugh, look at that chart. That is a 1 hour chart, y'all. That is insane. Good job. All right. In addition, it should also be noted that Ripple and Library are in completely different positions. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission won the lawsuit against Library, and a judge ruled that all sales of LBC and Library are securities. This means that Library can no longer sell LBC tokens without first obtaining an approval from the U.S. Exchange Commission. Ripple, on the other hand, is fighting to ensure that all XRP sales are not securities as of a certain date, or at least in the future. Ripple can thus still win outright and has a much higher potential. However, it should also be noted that the XRP market is much more liquid than the LBC token. Nevertheless, a scenario like the one for LBC does not seem unlikely for XRP, considering the historically suppressed price of XRP. And that last line, guys, is why I jumped into XRP in all reality, is because of the suppression of the price with this case and things like that. It's obvious, and there's been pumps, believe it or not. There was actually there was a couple of really big pumps in the last bull run. So yeah, that's why I got in. All right. In addition, a relisting of XRP on, and this is okay. So this is what you guys want to watch for, right? I'm glad they brought this up because I totally forgot about it. Here's the deal of why when this settlement comes through, there could be a potentially huge pump. If Coinbase or any US exchange, if and when, right, relists XRP, hold on to your diapers. It is going to be a pump from hell. Especially if Coinbase, and there's been a lot of rumors that Coinbase has been like back ending preparing for this. So as soon as a judgment comes down, they're gonna instantly release, and we'll see what happens. But this is where I think it could get really crazy. And I'm glad they brought that up, just to continue to kick at this dead horse. In addition, a relisting of XRP on U.S. cryptocurrency exchanges could add significant buying pressure, you think? As could partnerships with U.S. companies or banks that have been put on hold due to the SEC. Candidates for this could be the Bank of America and MoneyGram. At press time, XRP stood at 40 cents, awaiting today's Fed interest rates decision, an FOMC meeting, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, there you have it, guys. And look, I mean, not that this is, it's obvious that if a judgment goes in favor of XRP, it's going to pump. I mean, it is what it is. But the price suppression because of the case, as well as the delisting of XRP from U.S. exchanges, it was a huge suppression of the price, and because of both of those, that if there is a favorable judgment for XRP, when that comes down, the catalyst could be absolutely insane. And I'm not trying to be a moon boy or anything like that right now. It's just facts, right? Look, if you haven't taken the time to see what the community looks like for XRP, the XRP community is insanely loyal to this. They are so religious, and I'm not saying that in a negative light. It just is what it is. They are so loyal to this token. And now imagine if that loyalty spreads again back into a bunch of other retail investors like myself. They list back on Coinbase. It's just a huge catalyst for a lot of upside potential. I mean, think about this. I don't know how long any of you guys watching or listening have been in the crypto space, but back in 2017, 2018, 2019, XRP was the third largest by market cap cryptocurrency out there. It's sitting at 6th right now. I think, let's go back and look real quick before I end this. Yeah, we're sitting at it. XRP is sitting at 6th. We were third. We were where a stable coin would be, right? XRP was where a stable coin would be. So I mean, the upside potential just seems insane. I mean, in my opinion, that's why I'm in it. That's why I took the risk. The risk is worth the reward. I'm willing to take that risk, especially as I've watched this case heavily since it started. And believe it or not, just again, I'm rambling way too much per usual. When the case went down, I stayed the hell away from XRP. I'm like, I'm not trading it. I'm not gonna even. Why? When there's all sorts of other tokens that have plenty of upside potential, why am I going to take the risk? But when the case started swaying in the direction of XRP winning or going to a good settlement, etc., that's when I started going, all right, I got to keep an eye on this. And that's when I started getting in. So, long story long, guys, it's just something to think about. I mean, it's something I don't think I've ever seen before. Not only will a win for XRP be huge for the price of XRP itself, but it'll be huge for crypto in general. Yeah, so just something to think about, Look, I'm not, this isn't financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, just to be entirely honest. I have no effing clue. But again, it's definitely a risk I was willing to take, and I'm in it, as well as I'm in a handful of other blue chip tokens. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm rambling too much. It's too early. All right. Aside from that, guys, if you do enjoy the rambling and the nonsense that I provide on this channel, Boring Crypto IO, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell for notifications, like and watch the videos, and I will see you guys again bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.